As you can see, we are here on Zoom. So let me show you something, because this is something that we have had for several years now, and I wanted to just remind you that you don't forget us. You might know us from SPX Graphics, the desktop application for creating lower thirds, titles, end credits, logos and whatnot for live video production, but we also have this Zoom application. So as you can see, we are here in Zoom, and down here we have all the regular buttons, and on the side I have now this apps open. So if you go to this button here which reads apps, this panel is going to show up. Search for graphics. You will come across a logo that you might recognize. And welcome to SPX Graphics for Zoom. This is our little application right here, which has a couple of core functions. First of all, we have two tabs, the SPX Graphics tab and we have the library tab. SPX Graphics tab is where you actually control your overlays, lower thirds and these kind of things. And those are divided into two groups, base designs and then we have additional layers. The base design contains always few kind of fixed options like a logo and your name. So if as you can see now, this one toggle switch is on, which is the logo. So if I take it off, the logo animates out. And if I toggle this name strap feature on, my name comes up. And if I want to bring in a new sticker, I can pull up this one. And of course we have also full screen message. So if I take this one, I can do something like before the meeting starts or something. We can have a countdown clock in there. You can change the logo, you can change the colors of your designs and so on. But let's focus on these core features first. Each section here is collapsible. So we have this kind of a group for our base design items. And in here we have a customize button. So if I want to change some aspects of my base design like colors, so the bottom bar, I can see that it has this color, so I can change that to something else, like so. So now it's blue and these kind of things. I'm going to put it back to red because that's what I like today. Alright, and we might have some presets in here, so like this kind of a thing or that kind of a thing. So, but I want to go with this one today. Alright, so that's the customize part. And if you go down here, you are gonna see something completely different. Let's not go in there quite yet. So these are the basic functionalities of this kind of a graphics package. Down here we have additional layers, and these are additional things that I can bring into my experience, like a QR code. Oftentimes in these graphics we have these buttons down here to enable some custom things like size and position, so I can change things like turn this into a full screen message or a box and so on. I mentioned this collapsible idea, so we have collapsibles for each of the things. Let's say pull up this one. So it brings us this kind of a headline. So if I want to change the headline, I can go in here and I can make my changes. Call this media industry, let's say. Alright, and when I have this and play option enabled, when I click save, it's going to save for future and it's also going to play it at the same time. So sometimes you want to play, sometimes you don't want to play. Let's do a couple of other things. A meeting manager. So this is a cool feature where you can plan your meetings. So you can set the duration of your meeting like 1 hour, and then you can split it into multiple steps. And then you can start dragging these handles to set the durations of these items. So if I want to have like this kind of a setting, and when I play it, it's going to show up my agenda. And if I click here to continue, it's going to launch the first phase in my meeting. And it's going to have this countdown running here and progress bar telling you how much you have time to complete this task. And if you want to skip it to the next one, you can click continue once. It's going to open up this menu. Then you can advance to the next one, and it's going to drive that, and it's going to collapse automatically, like so. And now you have a new progress bar. And when you have gone through your entire meeting, it's going to give you a result like how close had you scheduled it. And this is super cool productivity feature. Of course, we can enable layers, other like image layers. So we have this kind of a feature for showing up things like let's do something weird like this one. So now it's an image overlay. Of course, we can use this image overlay for much more meaningful stuff than this. One more thing. So this is pretty cool. So we can like do, let's say, Homer. That's a classic. So if I drag this over to the live button, it's going to play this GIF on screen right away. And if I want to do this in full screen mode, I can choose a full screen mode. And when I drag an item from here, it's going to play that in full screen mode. So Gifler is pretty cool. You can add and remove them from your stack as you wish. So if I want to get rid of this Gifler, I don't want to use it, in my future meetings. I'm going to just take it off. Same thing here. If I don't want to have the QR code, I can just remove it from my stack. Down here we have a plus button. That's going to basically take you to the library section. Library section is also divided into two parts. So we have base designs and additional graphics. And I'm going to invite you to check these out. And on top of all I have shown you, I can tell you that all these things can be customized to brands. So we can implement your design pixel perfectly with animations, custom fonts, logos, and all these kind of typical graphic features. And it can be deployed to your company alone, so nobody else can touch it. Take a look at it, spxzoom.com, and you will find this whole thing there. And once you get there, this is the website that you're gonna land to. And if you just click on this button here, it will install the application into your Zoom client. Thank you.